Interest rates on student loans will double on July 1st unless Congress acts. And since the phrase congressional action has become an oxymoron, this will quickly degenerate into an unnecessary crisis requiring parents and students to threaten their legislators to get any relief. Why is action even a question? There's a universal consensus, left, right, and center, that it's vital to our nation to educate the next generation. And all agree that gaining that higher education is a necessary, if not sufficient, requirement for entering the middle class. So just as we pay for public education for kindergarten through 12th grade, we should ensure that advanced training or a public college education is available for all who earn it. None of this is even vaguely controversial. Yet despite this consensus, we're pricing college out of the reach of more and more families. State support for public universities has lagged. Increasingly, the costs have been privatized, with the bill sent to students and families. With incomes stagnant for all but the wealthy few, the result, not surprisingly, has been an explosion of student debt. U.S. students and parents now owe an estimated $1.1 trillion in student loan debt, a sum greater than credit card or automobile debt. With the debt burden rising and good jobs scarce, the result is calamity. 35% of millennials are seriously delinquent on their payments. In total, delinquent student debtors on the verge of default owe $113 billion, more than the total sums state governments spent on higher education in 2012. The young people who do everything we ask of them, study, graduate, go on to higher education, end up deep in a hole. This not only crushes the dreams of our best young people, it puts a real damper on the economy. This isn't complicated. Washington should be moving boldly to make advanced education affordable for all. The federal government should be increasing grants to states for public colleges, on the condition that the states increase their own contributions and act to curb college costs. The government should crack down on private colleges that rip off students, and of course college expenses should be subsidized so that young people don't graduate into debtor's prison. But common sense is an endangered species inside Washington's Beltway. There are exceptions. Senator Elizabeth Warren has offered a plan that makes a lot of sense. She suggests we offer students the same rate that the Federal Reserve charges to big banks, about 0.75%, for the next year while Congress gets serious about a permanent fix. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, like Warren, also makes sense. She would allow students and graduates to refinance into fixed 4% loans. Is it any wonder that Americans grow cynical? Multinational corporations, wealthy investors stashed literally trillions abroad to avoid taxes, but Congress finds it impossible to make it affordable for the next generation to get advanced education. As always, common sense won't come to Washington unless citizens mobilize to force it on Congress. With graduations marked by student demonstrations across the country and pickets outside of Sallie Mae, the giant student loan bank, that movement may have begun. Student loans may be to this generation what the draft was to the boomers, the government folly that afflicts them personally and rouses them to act.